After losing the WNBA Rookie of the Year award to Caitlin Clark by a landslide, Angel Reese has ignited a fierce debate, accusing the league of rigging the system, with Clark taking home 67 votes to Reese's lone vote. The LSU star didn't shy away from expressing her frustration, calling the voting process biased and corrupt. Reese's claim has divided the basketball community, with her supporters rallying behind her, insisting the system is broken and unfair to deserving players.
Caitlin Clark wins the Rookie of the Year. There was one vote for Angel Reese, everybody else for Caitlin Clark. This is what's happening, is the voters are now putting out on social media, hey, it wasn't me. I don't know if somebody comes out and says, hey, I voted for Angel Reese, which it is your, that's your prerogative. You can. I mean, I've voted and had people criticize my votes, check off, check this box, that box. If you really feel like Angel Reese was the Rookie of the Year, then just own it. I don't care. I don't think Caitlin Clark's going to care. In 10 years from now, do we go, yeah, but she wasn't a unanimous Rookie of the Year? I don't think we're going to care. I think that'll be the least of the awards that she wins that we'll be talking about. Yes, Marvin.
Fans of Reese argue that her impressive season should have garnered more recognition, pointing to inconsistencies in how the league values different players' contributions. Meanwhile, Clark's backers believe her dominant performance throughout the season made her the obvious choice for the award. This controversy has sparked larger questions about the fairness and transparency of the voting process. Has the WNBA overlooked Reese's talent? Or was Clark's overwhelming win truly deserved? As fans debate, the issue has sparked a broader discussion about potential reforms to ensure that future voting outcomes are more balanced and inclusive. Where do you stand? Was this decision or is Reese right in claiming that the WNBA's voting system needs serious reform? Join the conversation and make your voice heard. The WNBA is corrupt. Angel Reese's explosive words reverberated across the basketball world after the fiercely competitive Rookie of the Year race ended with Caitlin Clark taking home the coveted award. The decision left fans and analysts divided, with Reese's outcry intensifying the already heated debate. For Reese, this wasn't just about losing it was about the way it happened. Of the 68 total votes cast, Clark captured a jaw-dropping 67, leaving Reese with just a single vote. Considering Reese's stellar rookie campaign, the result felt like a slap in the face to her and many of her supporters. She had dominated on the court, delivering outstanding performances, showcasing her versatility, and proving herself as a vital player for her team. To walk away with just one vote seemed to her less like a fair result and more like a glaring insult. It sparked widespread debate, with many fans questioning whether personal biases or larger political forces within the WNBA may have played a role. Reese's outburst opened the floodgates of conversation around the WNBA's voting processes and whether deserving players were being overlooked due to the rising stardom of figures like Clark. As the dust settled on this controversial decision, Reese's words echoed beyond just the award. They called into question the integrity of the league, igniting a firestorm of discussion about fairness, recognition, and the real influence of media hype on major awards in the WNBA. It's not just about an award. It's about what that award represents. I worked my heart out this season, gave everything I had, and to see the vote come down to one, it just doesn't add up. It's not just unfair. It's wrong. The WNBA needs to address this. Angel Reese wasn't just any rookie, she was a dominant force. Leading the league in rebounds, she averaged an astounding 13.1 boards per game while also putting up 13.6 points per contest. Her impact didn't stop there, as she also showcased her defensive abilities with 1.3 steals per game, cementing her status as one of the most well-rounded players of the season. In any other year, these numbers would have made her the clear frontrunner for Rookie of the Year, but not this year. This season belonged to Caitlin Clark, a player whose electrifying offensive game and court vision turned heads from day one. While Clark dazzled with her long-range shooting and playmaking, Reese's physical dominance and relentless hustle defined her rookie campaign. For Reese, her stats were not just numbers, they were proof that she deserved to be in the conversation. Yet, despite these impressive performances, she was overshadowed in the voting process, leaving her with only one vote in a race that many believed should have been much closer. Reese's frustration is understandable. She had done everything required to be considered a Rookie of the Year contender, leading her team on both ends of the floor and carving out a Monan Sami reputation as one of the league's rising stars. But the overwhelming support for Clark made it feel like no matter what Reese accomplished, it wasn't going to be enough. In the eyes of many fans and analysts, this was a rare case where an incredible season was overlooked in favor of another's headline-grabbing brilliance. Angel Reese went head-to-head with Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever's rising star who captivated audiences with her jaw-dropping three-pointers, flashy assists, and clutch performances. Clark's rookie season was nothing short of spectacular, filled with highlight reel moments and game-winning plays that made her the talk of the league. However, Reese was no slouch, either dominating the boards and making her presence felt on both ends of the floor. It became clear early on that these two rookies were in a league of their own. But did the voting truly reflect that? When you break down the numbers, yes, Caitlin Clark had an incredible season. But so, did Angel Reese, many have argued? The fact that Reese, despite her league-leading 13.1 rebounds per game and consistent double-doubles, received only one vote, raises serious questions about the fairness of the voting process. Was it truly about performance, or did the narrative surrounding Clark's flashy style and highlight plays overshadow Reese's grit, consistency, and hard work on the court? It feels as though the dazzling spectacle of Clark's long-range shooting and playmaking took the spotlight, while Reese's relentless hustle and dominance in the paint went underappreciated. For Reese and many of her supporters, the lopsided voting result wasn't just about losing the award, it was about a perceived lack of respect for her game and contributions, despite a season that deserved more recognition. Fans and players alike are now questioning the integrity of the WNBA's voting process, sparking a debate about whether it should remain anonymous. Many are pushing for change, including former players and analysts who are calling for a more transparent system, one that holds voters accountable for their decisions. The current secrecy surrounding the process has led to concerns that bias, favoritism, or media-driven narratives may influence the outcome, rather than the actual performances on the court. For Angel Reese's supporters, the overwhelming disparity in the voting results feels like more than just a tough loss. They argue she was robbed, not due to a lack of talent, but because of a flawed system. With Reese leading the league in rebounds and consistently putting up impressive numbers, her fans believe that she was unfairly overlooked in favor of the flashier, more headline-grabbing Caitlin Clark. This situation has ignited discussions about the need for accountability. Should voters reveal their choices and explain why they made them? Would transparency force voters to consider all aspects of a player's contributions, rather than leaning into the most talked-about narratives? Reese's supporters are adamant that if the system remains as it is, deserving players will continue to be overshadowed, not by performance, but by perception. The debate surrounding the Rookie of the Year award for Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark has ignited passionate discussions among fans, analysts, and players alike. Whether you believe Angel Reese was wronged or think Caitlin Clark's remarkable season solidified her status as the clear choice, one thing is certain: this controversy is far from resolved. Reese's supporters argue that her impressive stats and impactful presence on the court deserved more recognition, especially given her status as the league's leading rebounder and a key player for the Louisiana State University Tigers. They feel the overwhelming vote count, 67 for Clark and just 1 for Reese, was indicative of a flawed voting process that overlooked Reese's contributions. Her injury, which kept her off the court for the last 6 games, is seen as a crucial factor that ultimately affected the voting outcome, leading to claims that the process lacked fairness. On the other hand, Caitlin Clark's brilliance cannot be denied. Her dazzling performances, marked by stunning three-pointers and clutch plays, captivated fans and analysts throughout the season. Many feel that her flashy style of play and consistent high-level contributions set her apart as the deserving winner. Supporters of Clark argue that she not only played an incredible season, but also drew attention to the WNBA, helping to elevate the profile of women's basketball as a whole. This rivalry between Reese and Clark has the potential to shape the future of women's basketball. With both players bringing unique skills and personalities to the court, they represent a new wave of talent that is reinvigorating the league. Their ongoing competition will likely fuel excitement and interest in the WNBA, drawing in fans and elevating the overall quality of play. So what do you think? Did Angel Reese get robbed of the Rookie of the Year title? Or did Caitlin Clark's brilliance simply overshadow everyone else? The conversation is just getting started, and your thoughts matter. Drop your comments below and let's keep this discussion alive. Your opinions will help shape the narrative around these remarkable athletes and their contributions to women's sports.